A psychological horror puzzle adventure project developed by Bloober Team launched exclusively on the Xbox Series, soon PlayStation 5, with a haunting, tense concept that seems to work right. But did the medium deliver? Did it give that true horror? And how do I actually feel on a development that launched on January 28th this year, giving me enough time to try it out myself? Well, let's see, but first I probably did mention this to you, but I officially work now, so I probably won't have times on my hand with extra content, but a man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. Still, trust me, you're in good hands here. My videos will be shorter, but I'll do the best I can to stay focused and keep my productions on point for the final product. I love video games, I love anime, I love turtles, and of course, I love making great quality videos for us. So without further ado, let's take our way to the underworld dimension and find the mysteries to uncover the daggling, tingling, bottomless pit. Let's do it. First off, right from the start, the concept is very similar to the following games like Resident Evil, Eternal Darkness, Silent Hill, Until Dawn, and other projects that sort of follows the same timeline towards Until Dawn. However, story here is quite doable. It's interesting. The idea of the split screen, which I'll get into later. Settings takes place in 1999, post-communism Poland. Marianne wakes up after being in a concussion with no reason as to why she's in this certain position, so the only optional option is finding clues and solve the unraveling, not so complicated pieces, but I got stuck on a part or two. Anywho, critics are amazed. The fact that it's free on Game Pass, it's a bonus in my books. The whole point is learning about yourself and live with no regret. It's easier said than done while facing overwhelming phases that challenges the player's minds. It's a challenge, patience, and concentration as being on guard throughout the entire playthrough. Definitely keeps the eye in check. But let's get on with the opinions, cause I'm ready to share mine. There's only one part throughout the whole game that pissed me off that I can't say since it leads to spoilers. All I'll say is I was expecting a little more, yet part of me also expected and loved the idea that they went for as a callback to the very beginning of the game. Just goes to show how it is. Okay, so after I finished the game, I literally thought for about 2 to 3 hours on how did I really feel. I honestly can't tell you because straight up I don't have any reason to shit on this. Obviously it's not perfect, nor an S tier since something like this has already been done before, but more HD except some other ideas throughout the gameplay had me impressed. Like I had my mouth wide open impressed. Pause. Like how it's a different dimension, but as you can see the player is exactly at the same spot in that world, but it's split, kind of messes with reality or loses it. It really was enough for me that made me really get into it as I played more of it for about 5 to 11 hours. It's a small world out there, because no matter what, all these characters have a connection with each other and has a strong bond even when shit hits the fan. Characters like Thomas, the fact that you get to play as him is freaking awesome. The guy's OP, but we get to see his perspective on things and how he sees these spirits. Just his take. Protecting his friends, kids, like any loving parent would obviously do. And just connections. A lot here throws me off in the best way possible. Typical players thinks about one bad thing from a game and lets it bother them throughout the journey. Meanwhile, professionals like to see it till the end, all the way through, then giving their honest thoughts on the remake, either satisfied or call it a disgrace as brutally as you can. But give things time to grow. It can take days, weeks, months, even years as long as you're giving things time before giving it your overall take. Exactly defines the medium roster. Each of these characters face difficult phases, one point in their life, and the feeling of loss can all lose one's hope. Before I begin, let me start off by saying I love how almost every action you take the controller starts to vibrate. Did it bother me? Well, I changed the vibration settings to low, so no, but I can see it being a bother. Good thing I got that out the way, because the rest is history. Just look at this, because I'm not over it. It looks so beautiful. The theme is amusing. The immense design for each area, or just merging mirror to enter or exit different times, where you have to go to the world to do this thing while going to the other world to do this other thing. Look, I haven't been the best at explaining things. I'm more of a do it kind of guy. Like, I'd rather show you what I'm talking about than to explain it miserably on a certain topic. That's my weak point. It's quick to learn and scavenge. There are extras if you really want to get on its lore. However, it would be a lot to read, and reading hasn't always been my thing either. You want that true horror with great tensions, you've come to the right place, since that's exactly what the medium pulls off here, and does very well, especially when we're in an era where horror doesn't have that build up as it did back then. Here you'll get plenty of chills, and thoughts will start to linger in your head. It's intense. I nearly shit my pants stumbling across the first monster. I mean, dude, come on. It was a struggle, and then memorizing paths and patterns that face... Yo, the fact you're being chased throughout the entire game, oh no. This is too scary of a game for me. Because of that intensity, madness, justification, it is what kept me going in the first place. Every encounter you meet are basically a negative side of that character you meet during that section in the game. It's like fighting your negative self who lived with fear and regrets, and put each of these monsters out of their misery because that's what they would want. Alright, so quality. I mean, it was mind-blowing. It was like this paranormal activity timeline with hidden secrets that almost seems impossible to cover. There was a lot in here that seemed difficult to get through. But it was like the puzzles connected themselves so you wouldn't have to do it for them, in a way, at least to me. I'm gonna tell you this right now, it's not for everyone. One more action and less story, don't touch it. You're moving around the entire time. However, there are immense exciting scenes I'd say are worth the wait, humbly speaking. I'm just impressed. I mean, it's next gen, so setting this up and playing while I had my headphones on was such a great experience. The story from what I was getting was like finding a home to where you belong, your comfort zone that you feel you belong there just because nothing lasts forever. I like the impact. It sure as hell gets dark unless you choose to ignore the dialogues and extras, which is fine. Everyone has their own pace. Minds plays tricks on you, just like an experience you can't get out of. And in all honesty, it was no surprise. It's exactly how I thought it would be, and it didn't disappoint. I fought these challenges and breezed through like it was nothing. And of course, the true horror I was looking for in a game. Like, what else I could have asked for? The medium is an 8.5 out of 10. Whew, so good, man. But let me know if you can, share your thoughts about the video or give it a like. Let me know your guys' feedbacks on videos. Like, it lets me know how you guys feel on it. Whether I should do more or just quit it. Cut or quit. Lose it all. But anyways, yeah, like I said, I won't have much time on my hands, so I'll try my best to make these videos as quickly as I can. It's not easy doing this while I'm working at the same time, so I don't try to let none of that stop me. I love to make videos and play games and talk about games for you guys and share my honest thoughts about it. But at the end, I'll just do the best I can so that we can both watch this together. Anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. This was really fun. The game itself was just extraordinary. I mean, just look at it, man. It was just a great experience. I hoped I wouldn't have to leave so soon. The fact that it was just 5 hours, like, holy hell. You look at it now and you're like, damn. Well, Hypebeastman was right. Holy shit, it is awesome. Seriously, if you do own a series, as I do recommend it, it's on the Game Pass for free. So, now this time, I'm definitely gonna let you guys go. I talk too much, I know. But if you like this video, give it a like, hit the notification bell, and well, peace, y'all.